Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today my topic for this video is variable and data type for the Pythons and also the operators supported by the Python language. So first let me start with the variable and data type. So variable and data type is very important into the Python, and previous video also we discussed the object reference like the identifiers. Variable means identifiers as we discussed in the previous video also. Further type of those identifiers, type of the data types supported by the Pythons, and then after the types like the data types, we will move to the operator. So in Python, like the data type is automatically set up once we assign a value to a variable based upon the type of value. If we create a integer, then is type like the value type is integer, then data type is assigned to the int. If we create a string into the Python language, then it like the variable data type automatically assigned as a string, as a float, as a complex number, as a non type. So it automatically into the Python. Like in other languages, if we compare Python with the C++, Java, on those languages, we need to assign the data types. But here Python is handle this automatically. So Python can store the data type of different types, and we can use these different types for the different purposes. Yes. Let me take the example of plus operators. If we use the plus sign for the two integer, then Python check, okay, both the value is integer, then it's add, at least return the addition sum of those integer values. And in case of string, if we provide two strings and then use the plus operator, then Python plus check, okay, data type is string, and then Python is concatenate both the strings instead of returning addition in as do Python in case of integer, but in case of string, it's return the concatenate strings. So that's the way Python is work. So like you say, easy language is automatically handling both of the parts like the data types and all. So let me start with the default data type supported by the Python. First one is the string. String is a text type, and second one is number. In case of number, Python data type is int, float, and complex. And in case of collection, suppose we have the collection data type, sequence data type, then Python support the list. We can use the list to generate a collection data type, sequence data type. We can use tuple, we can use range. And further, in case of if we require the key pair combinations, hashing or mapping, then we use the dictionary. Python support the default data type is dictionary for the mapping purpose. And for the set types, Python is supporting the set. Another variant of the set is for set. So this is the two set type data types supported by the Python language. Then we Python is and Boolean, and then binary types like the bytes array, memory view, and none type also supported by the Python. These are the default Python data types. So let me start with the string. String is the basically if we provide any text into the double quotes or single quotes, and then we assign those to any objects or any variables, then it's Python is checking, okay, this is the string data type. And here basically we are assigning a string value to a variable, and this str underscore type, this is the name of the variable, as we discussed in our previous video in the naming convention, coding convention. So as recommended by the PEP 8, like the name of the variable, name of the function, name of the class is descriptive in nature. So here this variable means like we are checking the type of the string type variable. So that's why its name is string underscore type, but we can use any names, but the best practices, it would be great if we can use the descriptive names. And here we are using the print statement with dot format. First we are printing the string, actual string, and then their type. And if we execute this one, you can see here, this is the string, welcome to optimal XCI. This is the string as we assigning this string to the this variable, and this is the data type. Data type is string str. So here you can see here, this is returning the actual string and their type. And if we assign any value, like here we are assigning the string, now we are assigning the integer here, and checking again the value and their data type. You can see here it returning the data type is int. Now we are assigning the float value. You can see here now it's returning the data type is float. In case of complex, you can see here now it's returning the complex. In case of here we are assigning one list to x, here you can see here, so it's returning the list. In case of tuple, it's returning the tuple. So this way Python is working, like the as per the object into the memory, like the type of the object, then Python is automatically set the data type for the variables. And further move to the dictionary also. Here are the dictionary you can see here, and the data type is dictionaries. This is the set, and this the data type is set. And if we have requirement for the frozen set, then you can see here the frozen set. And no doubt I will discuss these all data types or like the list, dictionaries, tuples in the details. But here is the basic introductions about these data types and the operators. In next videos, you will see that details operation we can perform on the list, on the tuples, on the dictionaries. We will discuss these things into the detail in our upcoming video. And further move to the range. In case of range, if we generate a range object, that you can see here that data type is range. You can see here that in case of boolean is bool. You can see here in case of byte, data type is byte, then byte array, memory view, then none data type. So this way Python is work. And after the data type, one is a major problem while developing any software, while coding into the Python, is the sometimes we face the casting challenge. Like when one variable into the particular format, like the one function is returning value into the float format, another function is returning value into the integer format, and we need to change the data type. So here are the Python functions to change the values from like this is the int with bracket, and we can change the any float values by removing their decimal part, and any string value to the integer format. And in case of string value, we need to provide a string that represent a whole numbers. So if in case of whole number, then we convert those string by using the int bracket. We can convert directly into the integer format. And we can also convert any integer and string into the float format. And here are the functions float. This is the inbuilt function supported by the Python. And here are the string, like the str bracket functions. In this way, we can convert any float or integer into the string formats. So let me show you the code. So here I'm printing the values, and here I am basically using the int to convert a float into the integer. And here I'm checking the further the data type, if the conversion is successful or not. You can see here, in this case, you can see here it converting this value into the float by removing the decimal part, like the 0.2 is removed, and the data type is int. Now new data type is int. For the integer, I'm converting this into the float, and then checking that again the data type. You can see here the value is in float format and the data type is float. So this way is Python casting is work. And in case of like the string, you can see here I'm providing the string integer value into the string, and then converting those integer value into the string format. You can see here this is the 3, and this data type is string. And here I'm converting the string into the integer format. You can see here this is again the integer, and the class is int. And now I'm converting the string into the float format. So here is the 2.0 into the decimal format, and class also, like the data type also the float. So this way the Python is work. So let me move to the next data type is the string. String is very important type. Data type into the Python is the Unicode characters, and we can use string most of the time while writing any program into the Python, like while getting input from the users in format of by using the int functions, or by printing the statement, by debugging, and most of the time we use the string. So string is very important, and string basically the immutable in Pythons. So here you can see here, let me start with the string. So here I am creating a one string, and then assigning to this variable string underscore operations. So you can see here name of the variables, like the string underscore operation, as I discussed during to the previous session. into the naming convention and coding convention, like the name should be descriptive. So same way I'm following here, like I'm discussing here the string operations, string methods. So here I'm defining the variable names in similar ways so that any user can get the idea how the variable is going to use, what's the purpose of this particular variable. So here I'm using the print statement further, and by using the format, I'm inserting the value into our string here. This is the actual variable value, and this is the type of the string you can see here. And now I'm again printing here. This is the value you can see here, optimal xai, as I generated this variable here, and you can see here optimal xai and class is string. Now come to the interesting parts, how the indexing is work into the string, how we can use the slicing into the strings. So you can see here, this is the string we generated above, optimal, optimalxai. You can see here, and here are the index for every character into the string. In Python, index start from the 0. You can see here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And in case of reverse, start from the -1 here, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10. So here you can see here I am using slicing here, and this is the square bracket used for the slicing, and this is the starting of the index, and this is the end of the index. And you can see here it's returning the value from 0 index to 8 minus 1, as we are using the 8 is the end index, so it's returning value 8 minus 1 up to the 7. You can see here it's returning value from the 0 is O P T I M A L X. You can see here up to the 7 it's returning value, as shown in here image, also in this image. So it's returning value up to 7. And let me try another one. Now I'm starting index from the 1 to 9, and it's returning value up to the 8. You can see here it start from the 1 P and here 8. And let me show you how the reverse indexing is work. Here I'm interesting the value from -8 to -1, and here are the -8. You can see here are the -1, and it's basically return the value from -8 to -2. It exclude the value from -1, and you can see here same way it's work, like T M A L X and capital A again. So you can see here how slicing is work into the index into the Python. So here you can see here how the slicing like the string slicing work into the Python, how the backend is work. So this is the giving you the clear pictures. In case of reverse the string, we can easily reverse the string. You can see here I'm using the again -1 and to reverse the string, and this is the reverse string. If we compare with the existing string, this is the optimal xci, and here my string is reverse. And if we have the requirement to concatenate two string, to merge two string, to join two string, you can see here this is the way, simplest way how we can concatenate the strings. Here the optimal, and here are the xci, and we are using the plus operator here, and this is return the concatenate combined strings. And if we have the requirement to provide the space between two strings while concatenating, we can provide the space also this way. And let me change the string like the from uppercase or lowercase. So you can see here this is the functions, inbuilt function in Python we can use directly, like the uppercase, lowercase, string dot uppercase, string dot lowercase, and it's changed complete string into the uppercase then lowercase. And in case of we have the requirement to remove the white space from the beginning of the strings, we can use the strip function here. And you can see here like the white space into the variable, we have the white space into the string, starting of the string, and by using the strip function we are removing this white space. And we can also replace, if we want to replace any characters into the string, any element into the string, and we can use replace function here. We replace a string with another string. We can use the split functions to split a string into the list formats. You can see here I'm splitting the string by using the comma, and you can see here now it's returning the welcome optimal XAI. You can see here, this is the original string, welcome, comma, optimal XAI, but here I'm splitting this into the list format. So this way, like the Python is work. So here are the list of the all methods supported by the strings. In above section, majority of the functions, like the important functions, I already covered. Further, you can try these all functions on your end also. Like you can see here, like the split strip, most of the part I already covered, but you can practice these all functions on your end also. To the time constraints, I'm moving further for the operators. So here you can see Python divide the operators into following groups. First one is arithmetic operators, then assignment operators. Then you can see here comparison operators, logical operators, identity operators, membership operators, bitwise operators. So here you can see, first start with the arithmetic operators. In case of arithmetic, suppose we have the requirement to add two integers or to subtract two integers or multiplication or division or modulus. So Python is support these kind of operations, and here are the details. You can see in case of addition, we just pass the plus sign, and this is integer 1, integer 2, and it's return the sums. Here you can see here I'm writing the code also. You can use this code for the practice also directly. You can see here I'm passing the two integer 1, integer 2, like the 3 plus 4, and then passing this value into the print statement by using the format. And you can see here it's written the summation of both things, addition of both things. You can see here it's in the 7. And here I'm trying the string also. In case of string, this is the first part of string, this is the second part of string, and now is concatenate both of the strings. You can see here. And now move to the multiplication. You can see here multiplication also, it's returning the multiplication of the two strings. In case of division also, like it's returning the division. And if we divide the 6 from the 3, then you can see here it's returning the division as correct. And in case of modulus basically, in case of modulus is return the remainders. If we divide 7 from the 3, then 1 is the remainder, then it's return the remainders. And in case of floor division, in case of like the if the value in the float format, so it's written the floor values here. And this is the, you can say 7 and 3. You can divide 7 from the 3, and it's written the 2.8. If we return actual value, then it would be 2.33, but it's here we are using the floor operation, so that's why it's 2. And then in case of if we have requirement for the exponent form, then we can use that exponential function also. Here we are using that 2, then to the power of 3. And so here this is the way how we use the exponent, and it's returning the 2 cube value. You can see here it's returning the 8 here. So this way Python work in the arithmetic operations. So let me move to the assignment operator. So here you can see here simple, this is the operator for the simple assignment of any object to any variable, like x equal to 5, then this 5 is assigned to x variable. And same way we are printing this. You can see here, this is the first one, we are printing the 5 here. And if we if we use this plus equal to 3 here, so in this format basically the left side operand is adding, because we are using plus with equal to, this value is add into the right side value, and then new value is assigned to the variable here. This is the test operate is the variable name. You can see here this is the variable names, and existing value for this variable is 5. Now we have the plus equal to 3. You can see here this is the way x plus equal to 3. Now it's 3 is going to right side and adding to the x value, and then new value is assigned to the x here. So let me show you how this value is changed. So you can see here now the new value is 8. And same way the subtraction is work, same way multiplication works, also the division work. Here are the code for all things also. You can see here in case of subtractions, now if we subtract from the existing test operate value like if we subtract 3 from the existing test operate value, then the new value is 5. So as per expectation. So this way is the Python's work. You can try this on your end also. And so due to the time constraint, let me move to the remaining part. So here are the Python comparison operators. Like if we have the requirement to compare two objects, like both object is equal or one object is greater than, second one is less than or less than equal to, greater than equal to. So here are the basic comparison operators. And here this is the way how we write these function, these operators, providing the ways. You can see here. So let me move to the logical operators, Python logical operators. And this is the logical operators like the AND for the conditions. If both the we are using the multiple statements. For example, here I'm using the two statements like like x is less than 5 or x is less than 10, and using the AND statement between these two. If both the statement are true, then this return the true. If both the statement are false, then it's return the false. And if one of the statement false, then also in case of and it return the false. But in case of or, the picture is separate. In case of if any statement from this between, you can see here I'm using the x less than 5 or x less than 4. If any statement is true, then it's written true. And if both the statement is false, in those the case only in case of or is returning the false. But here in case of no, result is reverse. If statement is true, then it returns the false. So here are the syntax for the not statement also. You can try this one also. And let me move to the identity operator. This is very important operator into the Python. So here basically we are checking the object reference into the memories, like both the object are same into the memory, like both the variable is refer to the same object into the memory. And here we are using the like x is y. If both x and y is refer to the same variable into the memory, then it's returning true, otherwise it's returning false. And is not is basically reverse the is. And let me show you in the runtime. X equal to 5 and y equal to x. Then so you can see here, first we are assigning one object to x variable 5, and then we assigning x variable to another new variable is y. So basically into the memory, both the variable is assigning to same object. That's why x is y. And let me try with another z equal to 9, and let me show you how these things work. And let me check. So you can see here z is not the same with x. So you can see here, this way is the membership operation, this way is the identity operation is work. And if we change the any reference value also, like if we change the y value to new object also, so in both case, like in now both the case false is returning, because we assign new object to y variable. So now y is no more identity of the x. So y is different, x is different. So this is way how identity operation is work. And let's move to the membership operations. And membership operation basically work in case of sequence. If we check the particular value is existing to the sequence data type or collection data type, for example, into the list, we are checking any value is present into the list. And then we use the in operators, and it's written true if any value is present into the sequence, and not in is reverse to the in. So this is also important into the Pythons. So you can try this one also. And further bitwise operations also very important, and you can try this one also. And here are the formats how we this is the and. In case of and condition in bitwise operation, we can use this special character and this. In case of if we have requirement for the or condition, in case of XOR, we can use this sign. In case of not, we can use this. So this is the way how Python is work. So up to here, I'm discussing the basic of the Pythons. In the first video, you can see where I discussed the installation, virtual environment setup, those things. In second video, I discuss about the naming convention, coding convention, best practices. In third video, I discuss the data type, operators, variables, also these things, basic things. Now, further moving to the next video, I'm going to discuss the list, dictionaries, tuples, like all data structure into the details. After that, I move to the workflow and OOPS concept. So thank you for watching this video, and please like and subscribe channel. Bye bye.